Hey, what's up, everybody? Coach K-Mac here, hard body athlete. Just going over my weight loss journey. This is week 7. I started off week 1, which is 330, the date. I was 339 pounds. Then 4/6, I was 335. 4/13, I was 332. 4/20, I was 329. 4/27, I was 319. That was my biggest weight loss week at 10 pounds. And then 5/4, last week, I was 315. And then this week, 319. So I put on 4 pounds in the past week. It's kind of tough to swallow, to be honest with you. I've been working really hard. I increased my level of physical activity. I was walking 3.5 miles a day, every day of the week. And that was significantly more than the week before. I also, last week, on the 3rd, on 5/3, did a 10K. And I did not do that this week. Instead, this week, I took a warrior diet mentality, went into the day with a 4-hour feed window, ended up having 2 Delmonico steaks with some chimichurri and some red wine. But I was thinking that, that low carb meal after pretty much fasting all day would set me up for a good weigh-in. But one thing I did on the week of the 4th was from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. on the 4th, from the night before to that morning, I didn't drink any water. And when I got on the scale, it was like completely fasted. I did not do that same routine this week. I had coffee this morning, and I had water throughout the morning as well. I did go on an hour walk this morning, hoping that could do something for the water consumption, but I guess it really didn't play a role in it at all. Also, throughout this past week, I've had 1.5 gallons of water a day. So hydration rule of thumb is taken in about half your body weight in fluid ounces. So if you weigh 300 pounds, 150 fluid ounces of water a day is a good place to start. So I've been doing that. I got these gallon jugs. Okay, I dump them into my shaker cup. I got the Big Daddy shaker cup, Coach Mac. Okay, so I drink 6 of these a day of water. 4 of them come from the gallon jug, and then the rest come from bottled water. 2 bottled water fills that up. So I drink about 150 ounces a day now. So I think that I was probably dehydrated the 2-week weigh-ins prior to this. I was drastically cutting everything, and I think I cut my water intake as well. So every morning I'm drinking 32 ounces of coffee now, and I've increased my water consumption drastically, probably double or tripled it. So I'm on the road trying to get under 300 pounds. That's my immediate goal. But my long-term goal is to get from 300 pounds to 245 and drop the full 100 pounds and have you guys follow me on my journey along my path. I'm going to stick with the 3.5 miles a day this week. I'm going to get it done before I train every morning. I'm still going to train 7 days a week. I'm doing the John Russian 28-day band program. It's awesome. It's great. I'm still going to stick to the Warrior Sunday this week. I'm going to have a strategically planned Saturday cheat meal. Probably gonna fast up leading up to it. I'm gonna stick with my water and coffee this week. I'm gonna try and make my coffee the night before and cool it in the fridge overnight so it's a little bit easier to drink black. I know that might sound soft, but I'm a creamer guy, and if I can get rid of the creamer in my intake throughout the week, it would probably be one thing that could help me big time. I'm thinking eggs for breakfast, chicken, rice, vegetable for lunch, red meat, either potato or rice, preferably sweet potato, and vegetable. Stick to the rule of 3 for meals 2 and 3, and then meal 1 will probably just be meat and eggs or just eggs by themselves. Chicken thighs for the chicken. I'm gonna have steak 2 nights a week. The rest will probably be ground beef or some variety of it. I made chimichurri for the first time this Sunday as part of my warrior meal. It's a low carb option, high quality fats, some lemon juice, garlic, cilantro, parsley, chili powder, smoked paprika, salt and pepper, red pepper flake, oregano, slamming. Highly recommend it. I generally don't like any of those things really, but somehow put together, mixed all red wine vinegar, and I put a little red wine in there as well. Critical. Glad I didn't leave that out. I had sausage gravy for the first time that I made myself. Delicious. I even elevated the Pillsbury home-style biscuits. I made them, I buttered the bottom of my cast iron, put them on the cast iron, baked them, as opposed to just putting them on a baking sheet. I think they came out a lot more delicious. I'm probably gonna make them that way from here on out. And make sure I hit all my points here. Yeah, so just want to recap on next week. Okay, so next week is going to be, this next coming week, it's Monday. So from now until I talk to you guys next Monday, it's going to be business as usual in terms of the good habits I created. I'm going to start, my mindset now is 320 down. I think being hydrated and properly hydrated is a critical role in performance. So for me to sacrifice my water intake to make the scale number look better, to me is fake, and I'm not practicing what I preach, right? I'm trying to lose this weight and still be able to perform optimally and mitigate my potential risk of injury. So can't make the club from the tub, and hopefully this will help me stay on track. Something I learned is when you are really good Monday through Friday in your nutrition, all of a sudden you have that bad meal that you think is a cheat meal and you're so excited to eat. For me, every time I have that meal, it backfires on me, destroys my stomach. So I'm looking for ways to have elevated meals. Like, I splurged and got the Delmonico's skirt steak. Like, that's the way I'm gonna get after a cheat meal, as opposed to having Wendy's or some kind of fast food that is just going to destroy me. Or even if you try to make a healthier version, like make your own fresh cut French fries, peanut oil, whatever it is. I think if you're really eating clean Monday through Friday, all of a sudden you have that belly bomber meal, you're going to feel it, and it's almost going to make you not enjoy it. So I've been trying to stay on the healthier side of those meals and just splurge on the quality of the meal instead. Like the bottle of wine I bought was $40 when it's usually $15 or less. So I had a better bottle of wine and a better steak than I normally would have, but I didn't buy the potatoes or all the other bullshit. I just had the steak, the chimichurri stuff, and the wine, and that was my dinner. So I'm excited to see what happens next week with this increased level of activity. The program from day one this week as compared to last week, there's already been some progressions in movement intensity. So a progression in the movement variation, the resistance, and the volume. So excited to see where this week takes me. Talk to you guys next week. Thanks for following me, holding me accountable. Feels good to get in a routine with this. This week's video is about to be 11 minutes when I'm done probably. It's 10:25 right now. I'm trying to work out a format to get them under 10 minutes. It's a process. These cards are supposed to help keep me in track of how I split it up and what I got to talk about, but I still somehow am at 10 minutes. Definitely a higher quality 10 minutes than my first video though. At least I'm talking to you. I'm not looking all over the place as much. I know I'm working on it. I got my little tripod. It's a clearer picture, better lighting. Hopefully this shit outside isn't too horrible. Next time I'll make sure I shut my door and try and take other precautions like that. All right, have a good week, get after it. Hard body athlete, let's get this bread.